Hi folks, Van Prepper here. I'm with Joelle from the LZ Army Navy Surplus. You remember her probably from the video earlier this week. And Joelle is a representative, or a member, excuse me, of the New York Revolution Group, the Central New York chapter. And she is going to be the first interview for my Faces of Freedom video series. That'll be an interview series on people that are fighting against big government in different ways around this state. How you doing today, Joelle?
I'm good.
Okay, my first question, how did you get involved with Central New York chapter of New York Revolution?
To be honest, last year I didn't really have too much to say about the topic. I had friends that would talk about it, and then I decided to go get my pistol permit. That's when I started to notice that things just didn't seem fair for certain different people, and so I got more involved. I started working here, meeting new people, and that's eventually how I got involved with NY. I was between one of the customers, and he was part of the group at the point.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about what events you have coming up.
We have meet and greets throughout New York. We should be having one in June, I believe, in Cortland, which is going to be more of a rally type event, so that you can come in, see who we are. We had members of other groups come in, speak, Oath Keepers, members of Scope. They all help take part of these events.
What do you see as the biggest threat currently to our Second Amendment rights and our rights in general?
Pretty much the corruptness. I mean, we have to get people in office that actually care about the people and not just working against us. They want to disarm us, which is just the beginning, I believe. I fear for my kids and the younger generations. It's the politicians, it's the people that are against the everyday person.
Okay, and what advice, now you're somebody being involved in New York Revolution Group and working here that speaks to people on a regular basis, I assume. What advice would you give to someone who asks, how should I go about talking to my friends and my neighbors about these types of subjects?
It just depends on the type of people that you're going to be speaking with. You want to make sure you're comfortable, they're comfortable, because if somebody is out of their comfort zone, you're not going to get them to really talk about it. So if you want to talk to somebody that is anti-gun, but you want to get them to understand your point of view and where you're coming from, try to find something else that is part of all of this. If their parents, talk about the Common Core, then bring the Second Amendment into it, because it's very easy to do, because all the amendments are being affected at this point.
Okay, and finally, I believe I already know the answer to this. What is your personal opinion of the New York SAFE Act? It's
garbage. I don't see how it's going to help. I think it's not changing anything. Criminals are criminals. It's the person behind the gun. It's not the gun. The gun is a tool. That's what it comes down to. They need to focus on mental health programs. Maybe putting money towards that instead of taking programs away. Making more programs, making sure people are able to get into programs, and just a little less focus on the tool. Honestly, the gun isn't the problem. It's the person behind it.
I agree with you. Thank you very much, Joelle. I appreciate you taking the time to do the interview with us. This is Joelle. Again, check out the links in the description for Central New York Revolution, Central New York chapter of the New York Revolution Group, and support these groups that are spreading the word and defending our freedoms all around our state and all around the country. I'm Van Prepper. Happy shooting, everybody.